Hey, my beautiful angel, Josie Grouse here, and welcome to Soul Awakening channel. Today, you are going to receive messages and guidance for the upcoming month. We have May 2024. So many interesting things are happening, and you are watching this video because your guides, your angels are letting you know there is important information that will be passed on to you. So pay attention, listen with your heart, tune into your intuition, and allow this higher guidance to awaken your inner wisdom. Okay, as always, we connect on intuitive level right there in front of you. You see three options, you see three colors, maybe numbers, but trust me, your intuition is going to tell you, okay, pay attention. This is a color that you need to know. Maybe it's an image that draws your attention. Something right now is speaking with you, so pay attention and trust this guidance. Don't overthink it, don't overanalyze it. Have faith, know that angels are with you. So, the way it works is with all intuition, we are bypassing all logic. We are now removing everything we know. And we are diving into this invisible dimension of and connecting with angels, connecting with beings who can help us in so many challenges with so many difficult situations. We know we are guided. So trust that knowing and go with that feeling. Okay? Let magic happen. Every reading holds a potential for magic that can absolutely transform you. It's not just about information, it's about energy, it's about the channel. You're entering the channel of communication. Every reading is a magical event. So let's begin and just relax, let your mind take a seat while you are fully here, available and open to the universe to tell you what you need to know in the upcoming month of May 2024. Right there. Okay, let's begin. I have my angel cards. As always, they are the extensions of my consciousness, my connection with angels. And while being in this channel, I will be guided to choose a card for you, to choose a message that has relevance for you, one way or another. Okay? Let's go. My angels here. I have Cheryl, Raul, Joanne, you guys. I'm so happy you are here. I'm so happy to chat with you. Okay, so let's go. Number one. If your choice is number one, here you go. You've got help from Archangel Michael. It's like, bam, right there. If your choice is number one, the angel helping you this month, this whole month, is Archangel Michael. And when you hear Archangel Michael's name, maybe it feels like, oh, thank you, thank you. I think I won something. This month is going to be so lucky. So, Archangel Michael, his name means the one who is like God. Okay? The one who is like God. So when Archangel Michael is appearing on your path, it means you will have to learn some really important lessons. Lessons of your life that will transform you. That's why you have these giants of angels walking with you. So, number one, trust that you are protected. Protected. Safety, every time Michael shows up, is because there is fear, there is deeper need in you for protection. You don't feel safe. Some life circumstances pressing upon you is almost crushing you. And you have these powerful angels showing up, reminding you, just keep on going, keep on going. You may say, oh, stop. I'm so tired of fighting. I just want some peace. Can we just have some peace? But you will hear with Archangel Michael, a voice telling you you've got to keep on going. You can't just stop and rest. You have to get through this jungle and come out on the other end. What is waiting on the other end is beyond your imagination, beyond your expectations. Manifesting your dreams, manifesting your desires, things that you truly, truly, truly want. These things will set you free. But halfway through this climb, this struggle of moving on, you feel like, I'm done. I don't want to go there. I don't want anything. I just want some peace. Can we please have some peace? But here's where Archangel Michael's like, we've got to get going. We've got to go. And you can't surrender to your fear. These fears, you have to get through them. Okay? You can't crystallize your energy into the fear. You have to just keep on going. So when these angels are with you, Archangel Michael is with you, it means you are going through an important transformation. Emotional transformation, spiritual transformation. You are going to get stronger, wiser. Okay? You will have clarity. Finally, you'll know exactly what to do. You'll have the wisdom to take the right actions. Your level of awareness will be different. You will see things that you could not see before. And that's a gift of Archangel Michael, helping you to see things differently. You will go through a moment of some kind of like fear. Please help me. But you have to remember what I'm telling you now, today, while you are still here, is that you need to trust that somehow things will work out for good, and trust that you have these angels walking with you. And the challenge, it's not something universe punishing you for something. It's only something you've asked. You yourself, you could see a future where you manifested your dreams and the fullness of your talents, the fullness of your desires. You could see that vision, and you asked the universe. You opened yourself up to the universe, and you asked, please help me to get there. I want more out of life. And angels are like, yes, of course you do, and we are happy to help you. So you're in your heart of hearts requesting a better life, that you want a better life, that you want a different life. You don't want to live the life of struggle or limitation, where you constantly being, shrunk into a tiniest version of you. You want to live, you want to expand, you want to touch lives of other people, you want to make an impact, you want to have some legacy of your energy here on earth, just growing and then passing from one generation to another. You wanted that. So, but this requires you to lose your fear, and fear will be there, but the attachment to fear will begin to weaken. You will feel like these connections and attachments to situations and triggers, they aren't as strong anymore. Things happen, but you aren't triggered anymore. You aren't disturbed by these problems anymore. That's a really good sign. That's a really good sign. And that's what angels want. Angels don't want you to stay safe. Okay, they don't want you to just be safe in your space of comfort, so nothing externally can come through and grab you and pull you out of your little safety zone. Angels don't want that. So when we say protection, it does not mean, Michael, please protect me in my little space. In my space where I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to have nothing to do with the world. I just want to feel safe right here. So what angels are designed to do. It's their job, is to get you to out of these limitations, self-imposed fears and limitations, so they can assure you that safety itself, if it's limiting you, it's not safety at all. It's actually the worst kind of prison that you can experience as a human being. The limitations in the prison of the mind is the worst kind of darkness there is. So they want you to break through these limitations. They want you to feel protected in your spirit, to remember who you are, that you are a spiritual being having a body experience. It's not the other way around. Look, I channel angels every day. I channel dead people, departed people, those who crossed to the other side for a long time now. So I understand this message, what they're telling you. And now my level of understanding that we aren't the bodies walking this earth, I'm not just saying this. I actually know, I understand what it means. So when you give power to your spirit, your eternal part, all right, the part of you that never dies, just shift your awareness from this mortal, unsafe, uncertain little person inside of you, that child feels very threatened by the world. If you break through it and you bet on the power of your spirit, you are going to excel in any area of your life. You are going to overcome the karmic events that are happening in your life, and not just from a point of view from where you are now, but you are also creating a bridge into the future where you can soar real high and you can create meaningful things for yourself, meaningful relationships, meaningful connections, things that matter, and let go of things that don't matter. So that's what angels want, okay? Help from Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, help me to move into my future with confidence, and I have nothing to fear. I have nothing to fear. You know, what is there to fear? If you are a spirit, if you never die, the true freedom, what angels have told me, the true freedom is when you accept death, and when you know that at any point death can happen and you are absolutely okay with it. And I mean, like, okay with it. If somebody tells you, hey, that's it, this is your last day on the planet, you'll be like, oh wow, I've lived a life and fine. That is sort of acceptance is going to set you free. Nothing else will. Because if you have, and please understand, it's not that you need to die, but the fear of death, if you have power over that, there is nothing really on this planet that can threaten you. Nothing. There's nothing to fear. If you have accepted the mortality, that the fact that that life is not permanent, and you've truly accepted it, then there is no force that can be stronger than that. But you can do that only from a point of view of a spirit, from some higher energy that can look down at this life, not to look up and see things in kind of distorted way, but somebody who can look down and see things with clarity. Is this making sense to you? Well, look, you've asked for it. Archangel Michael, here's the help. And the angels want you to have an extraordinary life. And that comes from the spirit, okay? The spirit is in you. The spirit is you, and you are stronger and greater than any challenge, anything really. Okay, moving on to number 2. If your choice is number 2, oh, hi, my beautiful angels, just pausing you. Lafita, Latifa, I'm sorry, Queen of Emotions. Oh, how lovely. Kinesco, Linvi, Ruth, Asher, and then my Toronto, my fellow Angels from Toronto. Okay, beautiful. So here you go. Number two. If your choice is number two, here's what angels want you to know about the month of May. The energy month of May. Follow your joy. Follow your joy. First and foremost, wear yellow in May. Awaken your, sun energy, your inner joy. So, what some things to keep in mind for you in May. There will be several decisions that you have to make. And these decisions are always about logic, a choice between logic and something else, something other than logic. When they tell you follow your joy, first you need to understand what gives you joy in the first place. Follow your joy. What things give you joy? Pay attention. What gives you joy? It could be, let's say for me, a hug from a dog. My dogs, in the morning. Every time they see me, it just feels like, I was away for 100 years and I just came back and they were waiting for me with such eagerness. So it gives me enormous joy just to spend time with them and then, go on walks with them. What else gives you joy? This could be you meditating, doing a meditation that truly makes you peaceful and relaxed. Follow your joy means to be honest about your true desires, about your own needs in your relationship. How many times you sacrifice your joy because you feel there is fear of disapproval. Your loved one may be disapproving you. Your joy, what truly gives you joy, you have to suppress it. You have to put it aside. So you get validation, so you get some, so your relationship does not suffer. Or that you have, let's say, you truly have something joyful happening on the inside, but there are people in your life who are suffering. They are in pain, and they have really bad things happening to them, or have happened to them. So you don't allow yourself to be truly joyful out of sympathy, right? Out of, okay, how can I be joyful if all these people are in this bad place in their lives? You are now going down to their level. Your life energy, you just cutting it at a certain level, and you're saying, universe, don't give me any more energy, only up to here, because that's where I want to be leveled with my loved ones. Okay, so I don't, if they see me so joyful, they will be jealous of me. They will be pain, hurting on the inside. But here is the paradox. The more joyful you are, the better the world around you gets. The more aligned you are with things that give you joy, the easier your life becomes. The more you understand the joy is what life wants from you. I can't be always joyful, Josie. Well, why not? Think about it. Just think about it. Where does your joy comes from? It comes from you getting energy out of something. If you love what you do, let's say my dogs, I hug my dogs and I get so much energy. I feel so good and so peaceful, and then I'll be so peaceful to my, everyone in my family. That charge of joy is contagious, and it's going to be transferred from one person to another. But suppressing that joy constantly, okay, so you can level up with other people, is only going to destroy your spirit. It's kind of like very toxic energy that is going to diminish you, and also it's almost like now being at the level with those who don't know how to generate energy, who don't know how to generate joy. They will eat that energy out of you. You will lose the remainder of your joy container. So that's why it's so important to really tune in and to know what is that thing, action, not action, that truly gives you joy. Clearly, you cannot change all circumstances. If your job does not give you joy, you can't just go and quit. It's not quite about that. You can start by just really connecting joyfully to simple things. Simple things. You're driving and you see green lights, green lights, green lights, green lights. So allow yourself to appreciate that, saying, I'm lucky. Okay, I am in this flow of life, and the feeling of gratitude and joy, it's real. You feel it. So allow yourself to acknowledge the fact that you can experience joy every single day with every single person. And that joy becomes kind of your guide. All right, God wants you to have a joyful experience. Always. Always. If you think of God as a loving parent, for example, just imagine if we look at this creative energy as something personal to us, right? And then here is the father figure, or the mother figure. Truly, if you are a parent yourself, what is that one thing you want for your child? If you remove, I want them to go to a great university, I want them to get, a good husband or a good wife. If we remove all of that, even as parents, the only thing we want for our children is to be happy. That's it. There is really nothing else. It's just we want our children to be happy. Nothing else. When we think of this creative energy, this source, if you believe that all the source wants from all of us, the creation, is to be happy, there's nothing else. We try so hard to earn this love and joy. We try so hard to make ourselves worthy to the world, to God, But in truth, all this energy wants is for us to be happy. And only when you're happy, you feel God. Hear me again. When you are happy, you experience God. God does not, or this creative flow, divinity. You can only achieve that when you are one with it. And think of God as the source of happiness. When you're disconnected from the source, it feels like pain. It feels like darkness, and it feels like there is no meaning in life. What is there to live for? But when okay, it's my source who wants me to be joyful. It's my life's energy that is given to me because I'm one with the source. And the source, the only source there is that source of constant flow, life-giving force, the force of highest possibility and happiness. And the truth is, when you feel happiness, is that the time you experience oneness. The moment when you don't feel happiness, or you push that happiness, or you push the joy away, you're pushing away God. You're pushing away the source. So follow your joy. Allow yourself to experience joy every day, and you will experience the life that you are here to live, that you're meant to live on this planet. Okay, moving on. Number 3. If your choice is number 3, okay, if you have connected with this number 3, here's what angels want you to know. Here is what angels want you to know. All right. Get your energy back. Get your energy. Get your energy back. Physical energy, emotional energy. Get your energy back. Pause for a moment. Maybe get a pen and paper and write down from a state of quiet non-resistance. Write down things that give you energy. Everything that gives you energy. Dancing, listening to music, taking dogs on a walk, hugging my love. What gives you energy, truly? Maybe having, cooking could be a great source of energy. And then write down all the things that take you energy. And be honest with yourself. You will have to remember not just situations, but you will have to remember the people who drain this energy. People with whom you feel obligated to be around, and when you talk to them, you feel depleted, but still somehow they are in your life. So what takes this energy away? It could be you being on your phone for too long, just scrolling, being distracted, constantly spending hours in this limbo space where you have nothing else to do, or you don't have the energy to do anything else other than just scrolling. And maybe there are certain demands on you. You need to go to work. And at your work, you have deadlines. And at your work, you have people who gossip. And maybe you are also the person who are entangled in the gossip somewhere, somehow. So be clear on what gives you energy and what takes this energy from you. Energy is life. When you are alive, the energy is moving through you, right? You are constantly in this flow, in this ocean of motion, and you are constantly exchanging energy. But sometimes you give your energy away for much and at a greater amount rather than receiving this energy back. So the balancing act, that's what life is all about. Sometimes you lose energy, sometimes you gain energy, but wisdom is all about understanding not to lose my energy anymore unnecessarily, and be clear and disciplined in these decisions. Energy is life. Life can really be shortened if you don't have any energy to go forward. So what angels want you to do is to take that power back, take your energy back, take your source of vitality. If you are in a dysfunctional relationship, you know how much energy you're losing every day. It's like you have to prove something, you always have to keep things under control. It takes so much energy. Surrendering and then maybe letting go of this control is going to free an enormous amount of energy. Another source of energy is things that you do every single day that you can't live without. In the morning, maybe all you do is just you zombie walk to a coffee machine and you get a cup of coffee. Okay? So all of these habits are plastered with specific energies attached to them. And then, you do all these things habitually, but you don't know how much energy is lost through all of these habitual things. Let's say you decide, I'll do a detox. I won't have coffee for a week. And you watch what's going to happen with your body. Your body is going to, oh gosh, I don't know, where do I get the energy to go on, to move on through my day? And that's what happens. You begin to see, okay, there is now this whole energy is being released out of this habit, out of the energy that was spent to keep this habit day after day after day and going to work. So all of these habits, they require energy. They require specific amount of energy. So let's say universe gives you every day 100 units of energy. Okay? 100 units of energy. Every single day, universe is supplying you unconditionally with 100 units of energy. You get air, you get sunlight, it's all free, and that's your source of energy. So you've got these, 100 units of energy. So what you do, there's a budget. You have to give $20, 20 units of this energy to your work right away, and then 20 units to keep your relationship alive. That's another 20 units. Then you give 20 units to your past wounds, your dysfunctional relationship with your mother and father, and childhood pains, and everything that's still sustaining you that requires energy. So, and then, but at the end of the day, you left with zero. And then look what happens one day. Your health goes downhill. It's because you've been living in deficit, energetic deficit for some time. Okay? And taking the energy where before the symptoms appear, you have to borrow energy from somewhere else until you have nowhere else to borrow. And then you see health begins to deteriorate. So the universe gives you, again, 100 units of energy every day, but you need 150 units now to support all of your life stories, to support all of the narratives and pains and the relationships and job and things. And now plus you need an extra 50 units of energy just to heal, just to give yourself some healing. And with time, this deficit begins to break down. So, what do? We need to remove ourselves from these energy depleting things, people, and stories that consume our life force energy, that take away these units of life force energy that we have for ourselves. Here's the thing. By gaining more energy, you heal, right? You begin to heal by changing something about you that releases the energy, and you use that to heal. But for you listening, take your energy back today. Create this harmonious, at least create a picture for yourself. Clearly, this is the harmony. This is my harmony, my harmonious ways of being. I'm no longer supplying this person with my energy. They can't just call me every day and complain how bad the world is, how horrible. I'm not going to subsidize my mother and her stories of illness and unhappiness. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to fight with my significant other anymore. So I'm not going to control my life. I have a little bit more flexibility and surrender. That frees energy. So in the end, you begin to feel better. And that's how it works. Get your energy back. It's a really important thing. The name of the game for this lifetime, for your body, for your mind, for your soul, is energy. Everything, all of the dynamics between people, it's about energy. If somebody's depleted, they don't have energy, and they will borrow this energy from you, you have to be aware of that. So I hope this was of service. Let me know in the comments below what's going on in your world. And let me also know in the comments how you are, just one thing that you're going to implement from these messages. Don't do it for me. Tell this to your angels that you've heard it. You've got the memo.